We often believe that time is something real, something solid. But in truth, time is just a concept, a way for us to organize our lives. The past is gone, and the future has not yet come. The only thing that truly exists is this present moment. Yet our minds constantly wander. We think about what happened yesterday, last year, or even decades ago. We regret our mistakes, or we relive our joys. At the same time, we worry about what will happen tomorrow. We plan, we fear, we hope. But all of these thoughts pull us away from what is actually here. Imagine you are drinking a cup of tea, the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma rising from it, the taste on your tongue. This is reality. But if your mind is busy thinking about a meeting later in the day, or a conversation from last week, you are not truly experiencing the tea. You are lost in time. Many of our struggles come from this habit of living in the past or the future. We believe that happiness is waiting for us somewhere ahead, when we get a better job, when we have more money, when we solve all our problems. Or we think happiness is behind us, in memories of youth, love, or success. But if happiness is always elsewhere, how can we ever find it? The truth is, we can only experience peace and joy in the present. The more we chase after time, the more it controls us. But when we stop and just be here, we realize that this moment is enough. It does not mean we should never plan for the future or reflect on the past, but we should see them for what they are, thoughts in the present. We can plan without worrying, and we can remember without clinging. When we do this, time no longer owns us. We become free. Right now, as you listen to these words, take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your body. Notice how it fills you and then leaves. This breath exists only in the present. You cannot breathe for yesterday, and you cannot breathe for tomorrow. Your life is happening now. So the question is, are you really here? Or are you somewhere else? Our minds are never silent. From the moment we wake up to the moment we sleep, thoughts flow through us like a river, sometimes calm, sometimes chaotic. We think about what we need to do, what we have done, what others think of us. Some thoughts make us smile, but many bring stress, regret, or fear. But here is something important to understand. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go, just like clouds in the sky. Some are light and pass quickly. Others are heavy and stay for a long time. But no matter how many thoughts appear, the sky itself is never disturbed. In the same way, your true self is not your thoughts. The problem is, we believe every thought that appears in our mind. If a thought tells us, I am not good enough, we believe it. If a thought says, I will fail, we feel afraid. But thoughts are not reality. They are just ideas, shaped by our past, our fears, our desires. If we hold on to them too tightly, they become a burden, weighing us down and preventing us from experiencing what is actually in front of us. Imagine carrying a heavy bag everywhere you go. It is full of things from your past, mistakes, painful memories, worries about the future. At first you may not notice its weight, but as time passes, it becomes exhausting. Yet you never question whether you need to carry it. What if you could simply put it down? This does not mean we should fight our thoughts or try to stop them. That would be like trying to stop the wind with your hands. Instead, we learn to step back and watch. A thought appears, and we simply notice it. Ah, here is a thought about the past. Here is a thought about the future. We do not have to hold on to it. We do not have to let it control us. Right now, pay attention to your mind. What thoughts are moving through it? Are they pulling you away from this moment? If so, Gently bring yourself back. Look around. Feel your body. Listen to the sounds near you. The more you do this, the more you realize that thoughts are just passing visitors. They come and go, but you remain. The question is, will you let them control you? Or will you simply watch and be free? Many people believe that being present is difficult. They think it requires special skills or years of training. But the truth is, presence is the simplest thing in the world. You do not need to learn it. You only need to remember it. Right now, wherever you are, look around. Notice the details, the colors, the shapes, the movement of light and shadow. Feel the air on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you. Maybe there is a bird singing outside, or the distant hum of traffic. Maybe it is quiet. Whatever is here, just notice it. You are present. That is all it takes. No effort, no struggle. Just being here, aware of what is happening right now. But we often complicate things. We think, I need to be more present, as if it is something to achieve. We turn it into a goal, something to improve. But presence is not something you do. It is simply a way of being. A child does not try to be present when playing with a toy or watching the rain. They simply are. Sometimes people ask, how can I stay present all the time? But this is another trick of the mind. You do not need to worry about the future, even the future of presence. You can only be here now. When you notice you have drifted away, just return, gently, without judgment. That is all. Think of a cat sitting in the sun. It does not think about yesterday or tomorrow. It does not try to be present. It simply is. In the same way, you do not need to make this complicated. You do not need the perfect environment or the perfect mind. The present moment is already here. A simple way to reconnect is through your senses. If you feel lost in thought, return to what you see, hear, and feel. Touch something near you. Feel its texture. Take a slow breath. Let this moment be enough. Nothing special needs to happen. You do not need to change yourself. You do not need to wait for the right moment. The door to presence is always open. You only need to step through it. So right now, are you here, or are you waiting for something else? Life becomes heavy when we hold on too tightly. Tightly to our thoughts, our expectations, our worries. We try to control everything, but the truth is we control very little. The more we resist, the more we suffer. But when we let go, life becomes light. Think about water in a river. It does not struggle to move. It flows naturally, following the path in front of it. But imagine if the water tried to stop. If it resisted, it would only create pressure, turbulence, and chaos. Our lives are the same. When we fight what is happening, when we demand things to be different, we create unnecessary suffering. But when we accept what is, we move with life instead of against it. This does not mean we give up or stop caring. It means we stop forcing. We stop believing that happiness comes from controlling everything. Instead, we learn to trust. Trust that this moment is enough. Trust that we can meet life as it comes, without fear. Look around you. Right now, everything is as it is. Can you allow it to be? Can you accept this moment without trying to change it? This is the lightness of being present. When we stop fighting reality, a deep peace appears. Many people believe that peace comes from fixing all their problems. They think, when my life is perfect, then I will be at ease. But peace does not come from a perfect life. It comes from a quiet mind. You can be in the middle of a storm and still be calm, just as the sky remains vast and open, even when clouds pass through. Right now, take a breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice that you are already here. Nothing more is needed. The future will come on its own. The past has already gone. All that remains is this moment. When we live this way, not grasping, not resisting, life becomes lighter. We smile more easily. We move with the flow of things. We stop waiting for happiness, and instead find it in the simple act of being here. So ask yourself, are you carrying unnecessary weight? Can you put it down, just for a moment? If you do, you may notice something surprising. Life is not as heavy as you thought. We have spoken about the illusion of time, the weight of thoughts, the simplicity of presence, and the lightness of letting go. But in the end, all of these ideas point to the same truth. Life is happening now. There is no need to wait for a special moment to begin living fully. There is nothing more you need to achieve before you can find peace. The door to presence has always been open, and it is open now. If you find yourself lost in thought, gently return. If you feel overwhelmed, pause and take a breath. If you catch yourself holding on too tightly, see if you can let go, even just a little. Presence is not about being perfect. It is simply about coming back, again and again, to what is here. Right now, as you listen to these words, notice your surroundings. Feel the space around you. Listen to the quiet between sounds. This moment is complete, and so are you. Before we end, I want to express my deep gratitude to those who have taken the time to watch, to reflect, and to be here with me. Thank you. Your presence means a great deal. To those who have shared kind words in the comments, supported this channel with a like, a subscription, or even a super thanks, please know that your kindness is truly appreciated. May you continue to walk through life with ease, with awareness, and with a heart that is open to the present moment. Wherever you are and whatever you are facing, remember, life is always here, waiting for you. Thank you for being here.